thank you for joining us here at Equa Television International on the show Nigeria Now, where we look at issues that are burning in this country, and then we look at it in our own angle and then raise questions based on what Nigerians are asking, then hoping and trusting God that the relevant authorities will respond positively to the yearnings of Nigeria or the questions that Nigerians are asking. And today is a wonderful day. We bless God because He blessed us with almost everything that we want. And then we believe that you are out there, you will take the advantage of this good health and then the life that you have, and then do something positive with it, even as you join us as we relate together. Don't forget, this show is live on YouTube and Facebook. Do well to drop your comment on issues that are disturbing you or issues that we'll be bringing out to discuss. With me to do this is Lois Strikey. Lois, good morning. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah, Nigeria today, beautiful day, new issues, people taking critical decisions, people strategizing, people working on issues that matters to them most. Reason saying that is that politicians are really going around meeting people that matters, reconciliation here and there, people in leadership taking drastic actions on certain things that they feel it's really affecting their people, and they feel they should be objective about some certain decisions. And that is what we have this morning.
Talking about reconciliation and politicians, I see that the PDP are still in that process, and the fact that the aggrieved Wilson Wike, that's Rivers State governor, is still calling out on Atiku, that's the PDP's presidential candidate, on to check the people that are supporting him about their electoral, what he called it, let me see, the way he puts that particular statement, that he should investigate the electoral value of those who claim to be supporting his ambition, warning that the party is heading towards losing the 2023 general election. And it's quite, it doesn't really sit well with me that, such a party should be heading that way. Like, since the primaries they've been having the issues because the governor of Rivers State is not so pleased with the outcome and all of that. We've seen a series of actions and dialogues that have taken place, visitations, reconciliation, but it's just like the whole thing is hitting the rocks. And then I don't know whether they're really headed for victory 2023, because the way they are going is just very funny somehow.
Yes, you are right, because if you look at Wike, I always say this, Wike is somebody that is deeply rooted when it comes to issue of politics in this country, because looking at the state where he's coming from, Rivers, if you count viable states in Nigeria, definitely when you call Lagos, you call
Abuja,
you call Port Harcourt, you call Kano, then others will follow. And then when you look at his antecedents, you look at his style of leadership, it's somebody that doesn't take nonsense. He's somebody that is people-oriented, and then he loves his state. He's patriotic, permit me to say that.
and you can talk about his commitment even to the party.
Yes. Because he believes that he was able to do whatever he did or whatever he is doing right now for his people, simply because a party gave him a platform, a party that he believes at least they are the right vehicle to bring the desired change, in this country. Yes, they came, and we saw what happened. PDP. The whole idea, I think now people begin to think outside the box. Outside the box, I mean, people are not really looking at party, because if you talk party, yes, we have PDP. At one time in this country, that PDP controlled almost all the states.
Yes.
In Nigeria.
And once upon a time, you understand. And then when you look at even the control states, then who are the governors that you can pinpoint now and said they were outstanding during their time? But you can see Wike coming from that platform. That will even convince you that I think the issue is not about party. The issue is about the person that is coming. How patriotic is the person, when it comes to issue of governance? How prudent, how truthful, how exposed is the person. So if you look at Wike, yes, Wike is somebody that if you say you want to sell PDP, you should put him at the forefront. Not even when he's contesting for something, but because he's somebody that is your own, is part of the party, and he's doing well. Look at the giant strides, in Rivers. For this few weeks, is the matter of commissioning. Just commission. And I look at one of the project, that is the NYSC secretariat that they just commissioned in Rivers. And people were complaining that why such federal government project in the state. And he asked them a simple question. These youth corps that are coming to Rivers, are they coming to serve Rivers State, or they are coming to serve their fatherland?
Their fatherland. Even if you say fatherland, but they are serving in a particular state, that means there's particular people that are benefiting. He said if they are coming and then Rivers people are the ones benefiting, then we should give them a befitting place to come and give us the best, whatever they are bringing to serve.
Of course, if not because of the scheme that has lost its mandate and the reason why it was made. Somehow, I would say, even like corpers should have a befitting place like that to come and enjoy serving their fatherland. But we've seen that some places when you go for the orientation camp, it's not even a befitting place for people to even stay for 2 weeks, 3 weeks of orientation camps. So it's a good thing that he did that. And people will always talk, whether you're doing good, you're doing bad, they will always talk. But the thing is, he should keep doing the good thing that he's doing. And we expect that even other governors should be doing even more than just the secretariat. They should do more of we see some of this commissioning happening. You can count how many states you see infrastructures that have been commissioned by the government and all of that. So these are some of the things that we need to be put in place to be done for things to be better for this country. Yes,
and I think that's why you will see people are celebrating in papers taking the caption here and there that Wike, the beautiful bride, he is the bride of the moment. People are running. Just imagine that he's just a regular governor. Who will run to him? Yes, that's just the question. Let's just look at it critically. Who will run to him? That means even other opponents from other party are identifying with his giant stride, with his success story, and they feel it's easier for him to convince people because of what he believes and what he stands for and what he's doing, that people are even seeing, both the elite and the masses. So someone like that, and then you are not drawing him close, you are not closing the gap, and you are trying to make the issue look as if, okay, now you are trying to close the gap, and then it's almost like too late. Too late in the sense that so many things are not right. Because the idea of Ayu coming from the north, the idea is that definitely power will shift to the south. But look at how the politics play. Definitely the Southerners are not happy. okay, now the presidential candidate is coming from the north, and then you have the party chairman coming from the north. What do you think Southerners would think? They would think they have been marginalized.
Yes.
What is even happening in the party? And if you talk when we lost power in 2015 till now, the Southerners play a key role, and you can mention Wiki. You can mention Wiki, and I believe I didn't been. This presidential ticket shift to the south. Even if Wike did not win, I am telling you, he will be at the forefront to make sure that PDP wins in all election. Yes.
This is not us selling a candidate. We're just looking at the positive part.
Wike is not looking for anything.
Yes, he's not.
That's the
you know,
beauty.
someone out there might think, these people are. But
He's not looking for anything.
Yes,
yes, but we're just looking at his personality, and then the mistake that PDP is making, his good works, his success, his what do you call it? Patriotism when it comes to his country and to his state. And that's what we are looking from all leaders that are leading us. Imagine all the states we have somebody like Wike. By now we are talking 8 years. Every state should have taken one step, like when you talk about infrastructure and the rest. Look at how Rivers is turning. So these are people that we are looking at. So any good person, whether in other party, will be looking towards Wike. Yes, because he will identify with him as a person. And if you look at it now, that's what is going on. People are saying, forget about party, look at individuals.
Yes.
So imagine now Wike will say, let's go left, because that's what I believe will complement rather what I am doing. Definitely people will follow.
Definitely.
You understand? So I just feel PDP should be wise.
Yes.
And then
they should do the needful, I think.
Do the needful, even though they are going, God will help them though.
They're trying to hit the rocks, like I said earlier, but then they should be wise because a lot is at stake. If they want to take over power, they should do better. They should do better. Okay. Well, there are still other matters arising. There's the issue of insecurity is still a major challenge in this country, and then we're still talking politics and the general election coming next year.
You have the ASU issue.
We have the ASU issue. Yesterday,
I was so surprised the outcome of the meeting yesterday, because yesterday
people were really optimistic about the meeting yesterday and were waiting to hear, okay, ASU have called off, and then our siblings and friends and people out there, students out there will be, we're going back to school and all of that. But then the whole night was silent, and at the end of the day, it was again the strike continues.
You know, the ASU president was saying, the main issue is the issue of IPPIS and UTAS. And then federal government now, by look of things, like they have settled with that.
Yeah.
I think this issue of the former accountant general, that is being suspended for fraud, using the same platform that they are asking the lecturers to join. That vindicated the lecturers. And they were like, okay, if you say this is the system that we are to join because it's clean, because it's transparent, because it's
accurate,
how comes this happened? 90 billion, 80 billion. Like, explain to us.
And the issue of Bashir yesterday.
The issue of Bashir yesterday, somebody that resigned, went for something, and then you paid him 3 months' salary, with the same IPPIS. So how comes? What is happening? This is a question. These are the questions that people are asking. Then looking at that, okay, everything just went down. because they just feel, yes, this should just pass. But now the issue, they are talking of 1.1 trillion. That's what ASU are looking at. You know, and then the federal government now are saying they don't have that money and they can't borrow
because of ASU.
Because of ASU.
I know the funny part, there's a report that an aide to President Muhammadu Buhari, that's Loretta Onochi, has accused the Academic Staff Union of Universities of blackmailing governments in Nigeria. We know that this is not the first strike that ASU have backed, or they've had series of them, and we had it on this show before. And now she's saying that they are blackmailing all the governments that have come before this particular one. And I don't really understand that particular part, because I wasn't in their meeting yesterday or subsequent meetings they've had. But then the issue here is trying to see how they can compromise both ASU and then the government for this strike to just come to an end, for them to suspend the strike and then go back to the classrooms and do the needful. Because just like we've been saying, this is an electoral period and all these things are happening. And you want us to vote you back into power. How? When you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So I just feel that this thing, it has lingered for so long, and then shifting blame, saying the ASU is blackmailing the government and all of that. I don't think those are the things that should be coming up now. They should be looking at headway, how these things will be resolved, and then this strike will end. It's really sad. Because
ASU are saying that they are ready to go back, but as of yesterday, during the meeting, that the federal government didn't come with anything. Because ASU presented their case to them. So already they have something on their table to look into and then to bring out their own position. So yesterday we are expecting that federal government will say, okay, this is our position. Okay, this is what we can afford. This is how we go about it. Even if we are not giving you all of the money, let's reason together. Let's shift the sword. You come this way, and then we meet at the middle, and then find a lasting solution so that the student will go back to classroom. But ASU is saying that federal government yesterday did not come with anything after 3 hours. So I imagine 3 hours, what were they discussing? Even though ASU said the federal government have been pleading all through that they should just go back to classroom. Go back how? Number one, you said no work, no pay. And then what I'm asking for you to do for me, even when I go back to classroom, you didn't agree, and you are saying I should go back. So it's just like going back to square one. It's just like they wasted the 6 months, as far as I'm concerned, because if they have not been receiving salaries, and then what they are agitating for is not being done, is not being given to them, then what's the point? Why did you even go on the strike in the first place? That's why someone can confidently say that it is good for them, because they are saving money. Yes. How can a reasonable person, somebody that you know that these people, they have people under them, they are taking care of their families and extended families. Just name. And aside that, we've seen states that have not paid 6 months' salary, yes. 2 months, 3 months, 1 month salaries, and all of that. And some of these people, or most of them, are even breadwinners of their families. Sure. They have to survive. Looking at the inflation rates, looking at the spike in commodities and food and all of that. Are we talking about fuel and all of, it's just devastating that all these things are happening at this time. But still talking about insecurity, we've seen that the Zamfara governor, that's Matawale, restricts motorcycles, direct shooting of violators, that's shoot on sight. He has passed the bill that bandits should be killed or shoot on sight and all of that. And you remember some weeks ago, the government said it wants to ban motorcycles nationwide. And I think this is like a step In the right direction.
in the right direction. That's talking about Zamfara state. I know there are many other states that have banned motorcycles, like Jos. Of course, you don't see motorcycles in town and all of that. And I know Lagos too had that, and even recently they had to ban in some of the local government areas in Lagos state. So I don't know. We've seen many of these things happening, but the issue of insecurity has not really gone down. I don't know if it's really a positive step towards curbing insecurity in this country.
Yes, to me, I would say kudos to Governor Matole, because I would say this never is better late than never. You know, some of these things, you know, we expect to see this kind of response, you know, ever since before now. You allow it to linger and it becomes an eyesore.
And all of a sudden, Zamfara has become a worst hit area of the bandits.
Yes. It just started like a joke. That's why we said, you know, all this issue of insecurity, something will just start and then you are feeling like this people that started this, they are your tribe, or somehow they are part of your religion. I don't know, but we always find a way to draw sympathy to criminality. So at the end of the day, then you find out that even that thing that you are protecting, you are talking about, like, is now eating you up. So, like I said earlier, you know, it is good for our leaders to be deliberate, even in their actions and their decisions. You know, because you move around with 20 trucks of security people, you are safe, right? Yes, agreed. What about the common man that can hardly see a policeman for the whole day simply because of his location? You get the point. So he lives his life like that. Then you consider him. Because you are secure. What about that person that is vulnerable? Then your security architecture should be all encompassing. Like, you think about yourself, what will protect you. You think about what will protect those that even bring you to the office. You get the point. But when you look at people behaving in such a way, in a manner which suggests like my life matter most, I should protect myself, I'm the leader, I'm the governor, or I'm the minister, or I'm this. Then you protect yourself and you don't care with what happened with others. Then I think something is wrong. But being said that, you see, for Zamfara State Governor to take this step, I would say kudos to him. I appreciate that, because it is very difficult to see such kind of decision coming by. Because definitely, if you look at it, if you are found like an informant, you are part of it. Whether you aid them with anything, the law will catch up with you. So you see, it's holistic. So you can't talk about that, okay, me, I'm just aiding them. I'm not part of them. So my punishment should be 5 years in prison. It's the same. I saw Governor Otom this week demolition house being suspected to keep that kidnappers are using. These are some of the actions that we want to see. Be deliberate about these things. Yes, we know the issue of motorcycle, it was an issue. Nationally, people are saying no.
Yes.
It shouldn't go nationwide. But these are some of the things that these people are using to cause
havoc
to the common man. So I feel kudos to Zamfara State Governor. This is the right step in the right direction. I hope to see other governors taking steps, protecting their people, enacting laws that will cut up this nonsense that is going on.
Well, like you said, it's a good step he has taken to curb insecurity in Zamfara State, especially because, like I said earlier, it has become the worst hit areas of the bandits, and we've seen people that meaning Nigerians, well-meaning Nigerians that have voiced out their distress about the issue of insecurity. We've seen the former retired general and politician, that's Abdurrahman Dambazo, has said this issue of insecurity will even affect, if not tackled, it will affect the general election coming next year. So it's a good step, and if other people will take the right step in the right direction, I think some of those things will take place, and we will have a free and fair election coming 2023. It's very key.
It is very key. I think this is where we'll draw the curtain for today. And okay, I think we have one comment. John G. Joseph, he said, watching live from Abuja. Thank you, John Joseph. We appreciate your comment. And any advice?
Well, just keep watching Echo Television, and then tomorrow we'll still be back, talk about burning issues in the country, and just do well to keep a date with us. Continue to send us your comments. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and it's good to have you.
All right. Thank you for doing this with me today, Lois. And for the viewer out there, we really appreciate you for giving us your time doing this with us. Thank you so much for believing in us and believing in this station, that is Ekwa TV International. We'll do our best to bring you nothing but the truth, and make sure we bring you authentic information that you can hold on to, and then make sure that we bring programs that will enlighten you, educate you, and shape your decision out there. Thank you so much. We hope to see you tomorrow. Keep watching Ekwa Television. Bye-bye.